and welcome back to another Jan's Views on Crime. Jay Slater, Twitter comments. Let's have a look. Let's have a look what's been said on Twitter recently. The first one I've come across is this one, which unbelievably was posted in August 2024. If you look closely, you'll see Jay. You'll see him dancing in a nightclub, completely out of his head. As you can see, that guy didn't know his arse from his elbow, did he? It's such a shame that, you know, these youngsters just get completely slaughtered, don't they? They just get blottoed by the drink. Mix that with the old D-R-U-G-S. I was just going to leave it as D, and I thought, oh no. Anyway, mix it with that, and you end up with a young lad like this, unfortunately. Very, very sad. So anyway, let's just see. I can't believe this is August 2024. Well, they're just giving the information about his funeral. Okay, no details. Pushed, time of death, toxicology, and stolen item. Okay, now underneath that, we've got dear old Mama D. Good for her. She's keeping up the story. She's posting on Twitter about it when she does a video. I don't always have the chance to to join her lives, but I would recommend that you do. They're always very well put together. She is so intensely involved in the Jay Slater case and determined to get justice for Jay, as indeed we are. So underneath her is someone called Bazza, who has responded to Mark Williams Thomas, of all people, and he's put, so how do you explain this, Mark? And by the way, this was before the posters went up, so who had Debbie's number? More to the point, how did they get Debbie's number? And you're saying there's nothing suspicious at all with the Jay Slater case? See, once again, you know, a lot of people are querying what Mark Williams Thomas actually knows about the case. And I think most of us have come to the conclusion that the answer is diddly squat. He doesn't know a thing. So yeah, now that's going to be interesting when we see the Netflix documentary. Yeah, I wonder how much he's getting paid for that anyway. Never mind. Underneath that, we've got Bazza also saying, according to Lucy, she didn't know Ayub, but this tells a different story. See, look, there he is. There he is. And on the video there, it says Jay Slater, Lucy Law, Brad, Ayub, partying at Creamfields. Now I've heard about Creamfields. I think that's a British music festival, isn't it? Yeah. So anyway, they were all together there. So yeah, according to Lucy, she didn't know Ayub, but this tells a different story. Why are they all bullshitting? This was Creamfields 2023. And look, Jay Slater and the rest of the gang are all at the same place as Ayub. Yup. Another post from Mama D there. Okay, now we've leapt forward or backwards to July 2024. So this is Joseph Morris, who used to cover Jay Slater back in the day. So he is putting up this quack Instagram. Oh look, so you've got Ayub sat on the steps, and then we've got the three monkeys picture. I have to say, somebody asked me to look deeper into the three monkeys theory. Who are they and blah, blah, blah. I don't know who they are, but we can only guess by size and build. I mean, there was a time when people suspected that the boy in the middle there was Jay. It seems more likely that it wasn't Jay. Jay seemed much slimmer than that boy. Um, there's a boy, is it LK? That it could possibly be, but I don't want to put names to them really because I honestly don't know. This guy here could well be Ayub. The one in the middle, as I say, could be that LK or goodness knows who. It could even be that Josh. You know, the one who flew over on the airplane? Could be him. And the one on the right here looks as if it could be Brad. Not Brad, Brandon. You know, the one that's disappeared like a puff of smoke. Yeah, that could be Brandon there, puffing on the cigarette. And the reason they were called the Three Monkeys is because people picked up on, was it Ahab that said something about three monkeys? I don't know. God, guys, it's been so long. But the reference to three monkeys is because of they see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. I don't know if these boys were intelligent enough to come up with that idea. I really don't. If you guys know anything about this particular thing, a picture or theory, let me know. Let me know in the comments below. So there they are on the wall. And there they are. I don't know where. Now, the actual, it says here, the actual person whose Instagram it is Quack Quack. We know who Quack Quack was. Well, we've got a good idea. They've got so many names, these boys, haven't they? So many names. So this was put up a year ago. So yeah, it's certainly very interesting. A few days ago, Bazza has put hashtag J Slater and the mobile BS that doesn't make sense and is impossible. So he's actually put all the timestamps or the timeline of the mobile being monitored. So yeah, I think we've gone over most of that. I think we all know the timings and everything, and we know they do not make sense. We know that. Nothing in this case makes sense. And every time a new person pops up and says something, they just muddy the waters even more, which I think is what they plan to do. So he's put here, but here's the thing most people miss. If Jay had been in poor signal deep in the ravine, his battery would have died much faster. Because iPhones in low or no coverage constantly search for towers, drain battery 10 times faster, often shut off in 5 to 10 minutes when under 5% charge. So how did Jay's phone survive 30 minutes with active usage if he was supposedly far from the road and out of signal? That is such a good point. How did it last that long? Guys, you know what it's like when you've got 5%. I mean, I don't even think I let my phone go as low as 5%. Because you know it's going to switch off any time, you know, any second. That's the way I look at it. It could just be because I'm a bit. I'm a bit of an old bint. But, yeah, I mean, God, you can't go down to 5%, can you? Or even 10% is a bit dodgy. So this point is an excellent point to make. And it's a point that we've gone over and over and over about. God, can we please find out what actually happened to this young boy? Or young man, sorry, I always say young boy because I'm an oldie. Anyway, so I'm going to click on the latest now. Let's see what the latest are. Okay, so nothing new there. Okay, June the 2nd. I saw a post on TikTok last week, somebody says, about new details in the Jay Slater case, and I had almost completely forgotten about him and thought he was a character on EastEnders. What? Maybe I shouldn't have read that. God, you know I've get some weird people online, guys. You do. Oh, and there I am. Look, there's one of me with my video. I think it was a short. Where's the empathy, Rachel Hargreaves? Yeah, Where was the empathy? Where is the empathy? Anyway, don't get me started. So I'm now going to move on to this delightful person who I did mention at the very beginning. I've lost him. There, this one. Let's just have a quick look. This is going to be a short one today, guys. This is very interesting. I've been on Twitter for many, many years, and I have never clicked on somebody's page apart from on my other Twitter account, which is verified. But I've never clicked on anyone's page and been told you aren't verified. Get verified like M. Williams Thomas. No, not going to. I already paid for you on one channel. Anyway, that's by the by. Here he is. He's looking well, isn't he, guys? He's looking so well. So he's moved on. He's moving on to the new search, apparently, for Madeleine McCann. Guys, if you want me to cover that, should we cover that over here? I try and avoid talking about children because I'm such a, mama bear. I just get so emotional and upset when something happens to children. But if you want me to sort of cover the case sort of from a distance, we could do that. We could talk about it. You can tell me what your thoughts are on it. Were the parents involved? Were they liable? That kind of thing without going into any details. I think I can manage that. What do you think, guys? Do you want to do that? So before we go, let's just see if he said anything else about... Is that Madeleine? No, that's Madeleine. About Jay Slater. Oh, okay, yeah, he was on a good old time in Torbay watching the Riviera Air Show. Yeah, I've got to say, I'm a bit of an av geek. Sometimes I do put it down on my on my channel, community post, things about airplanes, but I love them. I love aviation. Shit scared of flying, but I still love aviation. I just love it. I just think it's incredible. Anyway, let's move on, Jan. Oh, here we go. Right, May 31st. Lots of work going into getting script and guide track done for edit. New podcast in the detective series, Jay Slater, The Investigation, will be available on all platforms very soon. Well, I certainly won't be listening to it. I don't want to sit here and listen to you come out with a whole load of BS. No, we're trying to work it out ourselves. We don't need you thinking you know more than we know, because trust me, Mark Williams Thomas, you don't. You know bugger all. Anyway, God, got a bit feisty then, didn't I, guys? Anyway, I think that's it, guys. Anything else about Jay Slater? No, we're back on Madeleine McCann. This one, May 22. Okay, all right. The formal, I'll finish on this bit, I think. What? Oh, hang on a minute, guys. Here. Look. May 21st. At any given time, I am investigating between 5 and 8 major cases. Many are decades old, and it takes time and resources to reinvestigate them. Yeah, really? Yeah? Maybe you should concentrate on one case at a time, because you know nothing about the Jay Slater case. There. That's a bit of advice from Jan. Anyway. Sorry, guys. I'm easily distracted. So I was just going to read this out to you. The formal inquest opened yesterday. This is on May 22 at Preston Court into the death of Jay Slater. I put a hold on my podcast because I felt it right that the formal police process should be allowed to be concluded first, and as such have remained quiet on the evidence I have. Really? I'm going to get all sarcastic. But hearing how disappointing the inquest was yesterday, I have decided to speak out on a number of points. Yeah, all right, you do that. And I need to unpack that a little bit. So he's put a hold on his podcast. He's doing a podcast, guys. You going to listen? Nah, neither am I. Oh, because he wants to, he think it's right that the formal police process should be allowed to be concluded first. What formal police process? They can... Okay, I've had to step in, guys. Computer said no. As regards audio, it was like, no, you've spoken too much, so we're just going to put a crackling sound all through the rest of the video that you've just done. So, yeah, I'm here. It's me. I'm going to end this video now. I didn't have much more to say, really. I think I've got my point across. I hope you've enjoyed this video and wouldn't mind giving a like to it, possibly even subscribing. And I look forward to chatting with you again very soon. In the meantime, please take care of yourselves out there, because trust me, it's a rotten old world. So until the next one, bye-bye for now.